Are you a god?
Yeah? So we good? Welcome to another 4K Ultra HD review. And today I have the pleasure to review my all-time favorite childhood comedy scary series, Ghostbusters. These are awesome movies that if you haven't seen them, well, you're really missing out. And I think that the popularity of these movies may go up. Ghostbusters Afterlife will be coming out very, very soon. I think as of this recording this weekend, it'll be premiering. And that film is a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2, which we'll discuss. Ghostbusters is a movie about three academics on the spectrum who lose their research grant for studying the paranormal and are forced to face the real world and start up a business. It's really funny. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Harold Ramis do an amazing job in this film. Dan Aykroyd uses his insane curiosity of aliens and ghosts to write a great script and play this very nerdy scientist. They're all PhDs in this film. This movie's great. I don't want to spoil too much about it. I mean, it's about Ghostbusters, and it uses a lot of really cool practical effects. In the first one, some of the chroma keying, it looks kind of dated in 4K. The film itself, it's early 80s, and it's very grainy. I would say that seeing this, the transfer, they didn't do any digital noise reduction, which I'm usually fine with. I want to see the movie as it's supposed to be. And I've turned off all the settings on my PlayStation. I watched this on a PlayStation 5. I remove all the smoothing effects on the PlayStation, on the player, as well as on the TV, just to get it to look exactly how it was supposed to look in theaters with all the film grain. Movie's great. The sound audio is amazing. Both of them are in Dolby Atmos sounds. All the music is there, the great music of it. There's a lot of stuff I saw in this movie that I just didn't remember from my childhood. Almost some prophetic stuff like that. Like maybe some of you guys don't remember that in the first film, Janine, the secretary, she predicts Harold Ramis's character's, I guess, demise, and also the actor.
Listen, I'm usually very psychic, and I have a terrible feeling that something awful's gonna happen to you. I'm afraid you're gonna die.
In Ghostbusters Afterlife, no spoilers, but Egon has passed away, and his inheritance passes on to his grandchildren. Janine kind of foreshadows that in the first one. It was kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Ghostbusters 2 wasn't as well liked. I liked it. I thought it was really cool with like the Statue of Liberty moving and all the music and using a little Nintendo controller. And there was so many cool stuff in Ghostbusters 2 that I don't get why people don't like it. Maybe the Bobby Brown song, people rubs them the wrong way now. But Ghostbusters 2 is equally awesome. Another prophetic moment in Ghostbusters 2, which makes me think it may have justified Ghostbusters 2016. I haven't seen that one. That's the one with the all female cast. It was basically a reboot or a reimagining of Ghostbusters. But in Ghostbusters 2, there's a moment where Bill Murray's character is hosting I guess it's like a community access show about psychics. He has two different psychics on. One psychic predicts the end of the world being New Year's Eve, which the Ghostbusters stop because of their antics and what they do in the film's plot. The other psychic, the female psychic, predicts the end of the world in 2016. Now, put on your tinfoil hats. Maybe that was to predict the split in the Ghostbusters multiverse, and that's why there's female Ghostbusters.
According to my source, the end of the world will be on February 14th in the year 2016.
Valentine's Day. Bummer.
So it's pretty weird. And hey, let's write that into canon. I'm really excited about Ghostbusters Afterlife just because it was written by the original team. It has, and this might be some spoilers, but it has cameos and it has the original cast of the first two as much as the ones that are survived in Afterlife, and it's directly connected to it. So I'm really excited to see what that's all about. I think also Afterlife mentions Shandor. So it's mentioned in the first Ghostbusters that the Shandor is this guy from the 1930s who immigrated from Europe to the United States to New York. He was this like dark surgeon who would do weird experiments like Mengele, and he then became an architect, and he builds the building, I forget what it's called, that big building in New York City that at the top of it he made like a shrine and it conducts energy or something like that. So basically the Shandor guy runs this big cult and was the basis of what Ghostbusters was about, and I think he comes back into play in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Also, if you haven't heard, there was a video game. There was a Ghostbusters video game. I forget. I think it was in the early 2000s. It was on the Wii, and then it came out on the other systems. And that story is supposed to be considered canon as well. And that story has that Shandor character in that I hope to see develop more in Afterlife. But yeah, these movies are great. They're hilarious. They've got great music, special effects, both practical and like claymation kind of stuff. It's a fun time, and I recommend anyone watch these. Pick them up if you can. If these are $10 each, pick them up. Now, like I said, the visual quality, especially the first one, is kind of rough. Now, my predictions are these copies are probably going to go on sale Black Friday for like $10. There was a special edition that came out in 2016 that was a box set of both of them together with a bunch of cut scenes that were never before seen, but you can see them on YouTube now if you search. That was limited run, and it costs like $400 right now on eBay for it, so it's not worth it. However, I have a feeling that probably early next year they're going to re-release these. Probably after, to seeing how well Afterlife does, I'm sure they're going to be reissued. These were issued in 2016, probably because of the reboot. So I'm assuming new ones will probably come out. If the new ones are a new transfer of the film, I might look into them. But if not, these are perfectly serviceable. The menu system was the bog standard Sony Columbia TriHeart. It was the same menu as Fifth Element and the same menu as Bad Boys. So nothing new there, but it's a great movie. As you can see for the case and the film itself, it's a pretty flimsy kind of case. The cover art is quite colorful, but nothing really special here. Inside the case, you can see is just 2 discs, the original Blu-ray disc and the 4K disc. Nothing too special. My Ghostbusters 2 came with an expired digital code, and the first one did not have a digital code, so nothing too big there. Overall, I give these films a 7 out of 10. Now, the films themselves, the movie is a 10 out of 10, but the 4Ks, because I think the transfer has a lot more to be desired in them. I think they could have a bit more extras in them, and the cover art could be better. Just because of those things, as a 4K release, I think a film like this should have special attention for it. But the movie, the plot, if you haven't seen Ghostbusters, watch Ghostbusters. If you have the HD version of this movie, I don't know if it would be worth the 4K upgrade. That's all on you. However, for $10 each, and I bought these for $10 each, I would say it's worth it in anyone's collection. So that's my review of Ghostbusters 1 and 2. If you like what you see, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that notification bell for the next time I do a review on 4K Ultra HD releases. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about the 2016 Ghostbusters? Is it worth seeing? Also, let me know, are you going to go watch Ghostbusters Afterlife? Because I sure will. I appreciate you.